Welcome to ChatUFC, where fortunes are forged in the octagon. Are you ready to find out who's winning, who's worth your money, and how our exclusive ChatUFC model breaks it all down? Stick around, because we're diving deep into each fight with predictions that pay. Let's get ready to make some winning bets. Monday movement on the betting lines. So here are the opening lines. I'm going to run through rapid fire where I have already placed my bets so you guys can get the lines early if you think the movement is going to go in the right direction. So first bet of the night, Ricky Simón. I already got him at a plus 260. We're looking at a plus 250 right now, but you'll see if you look across the other books, we got plus 230, plus 240, plus 225. I think we're going to start to see some movement the other way. This line is just too high on Basharat, and Ricky Simón has had some tough performances recently. That's why his stock is down. But if you look at the metrics, I have him about a 35% chance of winning, and that's just too high here. That gives us 7.2 percentage points of value. I would say there's probably the lower of the picks that I like, but I still like it, and I love the value there. So I put 1.5 units on Ricky Simón at plus 260. Next bet that I placed, Rob Font. It's only available in a few areas. So we got Bet Online, we got MyBookie, and we got Betway. I got it at a plus 170. This line has already come down to a plus 155. There's still value there for me. I think this should be closer to 50-50. This is, again, a newcomer, undefeated, with a lot of hype, going up against a guy who has shown he can break that hype. He's done it a few times. If we take a look back at Rob Font here, Kyler Phillips was a minus 625. He beats him. Adrian Yanez was a minus 155. He beats him. He loses to Corey Sandhagen. He loses to Davidson Figueroa. He loses to the best guys in the division, and he loses by decision. So give me Font here. I think this is a solid bet at plus 170, plus 155. I'm giving it a 50-50, so all the way down to even money. Not much value on even money, but definitely at this line here. Final bet of the night, Henry Cejudo. I got him at a plus 220. It's gone up to a plus 230. And I like this because there's a lot of perception. I have Cejudo 55% to win this fight. Again, I think this is stock up, stock down. Song Yadong did lose his last matchup, but he's looked very good in the UFC. They're giving him a main event. And Cejudo, he hasn't performed in his last couple of fights, but let's take a look and see who he's lost to. Merab and Aljamain Sterling. So there you go. What else do I need to say? He lost a decision to Merab, and he lost a split decision to Aljamain Sterling. Before that, he beat Dominic Cruz, Marlon Moraes, TJ Dillashaw, Demetrius Johnson, Sergio Pettis, etc. Do I need to go on? We all know who Henry Cejudo is. Buy low, sell high. Take Cejudo at plus 230 right now is a great line. I don't know how it is what it is. We're betting UFC. This is what people do. A lot of times they go, oh, this line's so disrespectful. How could the odds makers set it so high against Cejudo? Well, it's not the odds makers. They put up a line and people bet it. Let's look at the movement here. Cejudo opened plus 170, gets bet up to a plus 220, gets bet a little bit down. I would argue that's sharper money. Now it's back up. And so will we see Song Yadong mixed in with a bunch of parlays as people tend to do? Probably. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us a better and better line on Cejudo. Now, saying that, I'd still grab it at plus 230 because it's a little unreasonable to expect this to get to a minus 300, minus 350. It could, but to me, that's stupid money. So I like Cejudo here at plus 230. Give me that all day. I got 1.5 units on that. So 1.5 on Cejudo, 1.5 on Font at plus 170, and 1.5 on Ricky Simón at plus 260. Now, honorable mentions here. Andre Fili, down to a minus 115. I like it at even money. I'm going to wait on it. I think we could get it because we've seen a little bit of money come on Costa, and we've seen money come in on Fili too. So if we take a look here, let's go down. I mean, he opened minus 200, but this is shape-up lines. So they hang a line, and then they get a couple of bets, and they go, okay, line was too high, but they don't have much exposure on it. Then it gets down to minus 110, creeps up a little bit. I think we had a minus 125, but it's hanging around here. I think we'll hang in that area. And so if I can get an even money, I see value, but I only have him about a 53% chance of beating Costa. So there you go on that. The other one that I'm eyeballing is my man Cutelaba here. If this line gets out of control, which I can see happening, I can see, just like we saw with the other bomb theme last week, he opened to minus 140, steamed to a minus 220, minus 230. I saw that line getting out of control. What happens? He gets rocked and he gets put out of there. Easily the same thing could happen here. Cutelaba, very experienced in the UFC. Aslan, not so much, more of a prospect. You give me a plus buy sign. Well, it's showing value at a plus 160, plus 175, but I'll probably wait because if I can get a plus 180, plus 190, we'll see where it gets to, but I'm definitely going to take Cutelaba at that point, but we'll see where that is. I'm going to get back to you guys on Wednesday when we have our mid-week analysis, and you see where all these lines have gone, and we can further break it down. We can either add some bets, or if now, due to a line shift, we have value somewhere else, we can place those bets as well. But for now, 3 bets on the card: Rob Font, Henry Cejudo, and my man Ricky Simone, all 1.5 units, all plus money. And there's going to be a segment every Monday we're going to be doing now where I go through these, we break them down, because I want to get bets to you guys early. In this game, it's all about being early, being right, and knowing that you are getting on the best number of it. Because again, we're betting numbers here. We're doing probability. We're essentially just doing math, finding our spots, and taking advantage of them. And so far, it's worked out. Through 5 events, we're up on the year 21.65 units. So, and I'm going to continually just post the results. Good week, bad week. Because again, marathon, not a sprint. We take a lot of dogs because a lot of times the favorites get over-favorited and the line gets out of control and we find value. So sometimes those dogs won't pan out. You're always betting on a lower probability, but your payoff is greater. So here we go. We're jumping into UFC Seattle early, and I look forward to seeing you all at the window. Like, comment, and subscribe for weekly betting predictions brought to you by ChatUFC.